Good day, students. Today we are taking the important topics of the alcohols, phenols, ethers. First question is why alcohols are very weak acids, even weaker than water. Alcohols are very weak acid. It can be demonstrated by the plus I effect of the alkyl group. In case of the alcohol, the alkyl group, it is electron repelling in nature, which decreases the polarity of the OH bond. That's why it decreases the tendency of the alcohols to lose the protons. Moreover, the alkoxide ion, if it is produced by the loss of proton, it is not stabilized by resonance because alkyl group does not help any means to the oxygen to stabilize the negative charge which is borne by oxygen by releasing proton. Therefore, neither alcohol nor alkoxide ion of the alcohol they show resonance. That's why we can say it is very difficult on the part of alcohols to lose proton. So alcohols can lose proton by this reaction. But this RO ion, this is less stable than alcohol. It is more stable. So this equilibrium, it has net tendency to go in the backward direction. To go back. That's why making alcohols weak acid. Even weaker than water. Due to no alkyl group in water. So question number 2 of this unit is comparison of acidic character of alcohol with phenols. As we know, alcohols are very weak acid, but phenols are rather stronger acid. It is because both phenol as well as phenoxide ion, which is produced by release of proton, they are stabilized by resonance. And phenoxide ion, since its resonating structures, they do not involve separation of any charges. That's why phenoxide ion is more stable as compared to phenol. That's why phenols are capable of releasing proton more easily as compared to alcohol. That's why phenols are stronger acids as compared to alcohols. It can be demonstrated by the resonance in phenols as well as that of phenoxide ion. Let us see resonance in phenols. So phenols, as we know, having two lone pair on oxygen, out of which one lone pair enters in the resonance. Oxygen acquire positive charge here. Now, phenol, due to the positive charge on oxygen in three structures, it can easily release proton. Now we draw resonance in phenol, phenoxide ion. So oxygen is now having 3 lone pair of electron, out of which 1 lone pair enters in the resonance, and oxygen has no positive charge in this case. So this is more stable. The phenoxide ion, it is more stable than phenol. That's why phenol release proton more easily as compared to alcohol. That's why they are stronger acids than alcohols. Thirdly, we can compare the acidic character of phenol with carboxylic acid. Phenols are weaker acid as compared to carboxylic acid. The reason being because in carboxylate ion the negative charge is stabilized by two oxygen atoms. That's why acetate ion or carboxylate ion, they have more stability as compared to phenoxide ion where negative charge is to be stabilized only by one oxygen. That's why we can say if we compare the acidic character of alcohol, phenols and carboxylic acid, we can say the carboxylic acid would be the stronger acid as compared to phenol, which will be stronger as compared to alcohol. So this is regarding acidic character of these. Then we have few name reactions of the alcohols and phenols. First is the Petard reaction. It is used to prepare methanol. It is prepared from carbon monoxide, hydrogen, taking metal oxide, zinc oxide, copper oxide at 573 Kelvin under high pressure. We'll get methanol by this method. So this reaction is very important. Industrially, methanol is prepared by this reaction. Then we have the OXO process. This process is used to convert alkenes into carboxylic acids, cobalt tetracarbonate under high pressure and low temperature. Pressure should be high in this reaction and temperature should be low. It will give you the product CH3CH2CHO, which on further reduction will produce alcohol of 3 carbons. So this is our third important question of the alcohol, phenol and ether. This is very important question. Discuss the OXO process for preparation of alcohols. Then we have few more questions. By primary alcohol, they are stronger acids as compared to secondary and primary alcohols. The reason for that is in primary alcohol, the plus I effect is very less as compared to secondary and tertiary alcohols. Therefore, primary alcohol, they are more polar as compared to secondary and tertiary alcohols. That's why the primary alcohols are capable of releasing proton more easily as compared to secondary and tertiary alcohols. So we can say primary alcohols, they are stronger acids as compared to secondary and tertiary alcohols. Then we have very important method. What you mean by fermentation of carbohydrates. Fermentation of carbohydrate, it is the technique by which bacteria degrade the high molecular masses carbohydrates into the alcohols. For example, we have the sucrose in the fermented sugar C12H22O11. It is hydrolyzed first of all in the presence of enzyme invertase to glucose and fructose. This glucose, when treated with enzyme zymase, which is produced by yeast, it will produce two molecules of ethanol. Along with that, it will give you two molecules of carbon dioxide. So this is the way how the fermentation of sugar, it produces the alcohols. Then we have very important distinction test of alcohols. Distinction test. We have actually the four tests to differentiate between the alcohols. They are LODV test. L stands for Lucas test. O is for oxidation test. Third is your dehydrogenation test. Fourth will be your Victor-Meyer test. Lucas test, as we know, it involves the treatment of three varieties of alcohol with HCl in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2. Where primary alcohol, they produce alkyl halide, the turbidity of alkyl halide only on heating. Secondary alcohol, they produce the turbidity of alkyl halide within 5 minutes, while tertiary alcohols, they produce immediate turbidity when they are treated with HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2. Then we have the oxidation test. In this test, three samples of the alcohol, they are oxidized by means of alkaline KMnO4 or HD5 potassium dichromate. All of these alcohols, they produce carboxylic acid. In primary alcohol, none of the carbon is lost. If we start the reaction with 2 carbon alcohol, we'll get 2 carbon carboxylic acid. In secondary alcohol, 1 carbon is lost in the form of carbon dioxide, while in tertiary alcohol, we lose 2 carbons in the form of carbon dioxide. Then we have dehydrogenation test. When vapors of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol, they are passed over the hot reduced copper, then primary alcohol, they will produce the, you can say the aldehyde. Secondary alcohol, they produce ketones, and tertiary alcohol, they produce alkenes. Then we have Victor-Meyer test. We treat all the three samples of alcohol with 4 reagents. First of all, we treat them with your alkyl iodide. We treat with phosphorus and iodine to get alkyl iodide. Alkyl iodide, they are heated with silver nitride to get alkyl nitrate, and this alkyl nitrate, when treated with HNO2, it produces nitrolic acid in case of primary alcohol. In secondary alcohol, it produces pseudonitrile, and in tertiary alcohol, it does not react at all. When we add NaOH to the above samples, the primary alcohol, they produce red color, secondary alcohol, they produce blue color, and tertiary alcohol, they do not give any color. So these are the tests to use to differentiate between three varieties of alcohol. So this is regarding some important questions of the alcohols. Then we have one more important test for alcohol, that is called as haloform test or iodoform test. In this test, the three samples of the alcohol, they are heated with iodine and sodium carbonate or iodine and sodium hydroxide, where the alcohol which are containing this type of linkage, they produce the yellow precipitates of iodoform, while other alcohol, they do not produce these precipitates. So the primary alcohols, they are capable of producing the iodoform on heating with iodine and NaOH or iodine and sodium carbonate. Secondary alcohol they can also produce, but in tertiary alcohol they are not easily to produce the iodoform during this test. So these are the few important questions of the alcohols. In our next video we'll be taking the important questions of the your phenols as well as those of your ethers. Thank you very much.